Hi, my name's Emma Onions. I like to be known as she and her, and I am an advanced midwife practitioner. So I am currently actually in my master's degree for advanced midwife practitioner. My specialism, if you will be perinatal mental health. I currently am in the process of putting together a clinic where I can support women and birthing people that have mild to moderate mental health concerns, where they possibly aren't having their needs met because they don't meet criteria externally for mental health services. I currently support the consultant obstetrician in the mental health clinic. We also work with perinatal mental health service within Berkshire. And so we have that multidisciplinary working, which makes it a lot easier to find out how we can support women and birthing people and also their partners. That's really important. That's one thing that I really have a passion for as well. There's 4 pillars to it. So you've got your clinical, you've got your research, you've got your education, and you've got leadership. The one thing that this has allowed me to do is to still remain clinical. So giving still that caseload and that opportunity to provide support. So that allows me to still be in touch with what women and birthing people and partners want. So you know, that's one thing that I still really love about it. So I think working with people still is really important as part of the advanced midwife practitioner role. I think doing the leadership, that's really phenomenal. I mean, I want to be able to support those with other mental health conditions that, as I said before, don't meet that kind of criteria. Everybody needs that support. So being able to lead a team that can continue to convey and push that enthusiasm, I think it's really important. That goes alongside that is by leading that team, you're educating your staff. Definitely, if you're a great communicator, if you're a midwife, you've already got that box ticked anyway. And I think you have to have, gusto. I think when we become midwives, we want to do the changes and so we have to have that bite and that fire to push and excel things forward. And I think when we are wanting to educate, we are trying to do that research so that we can then do that training and implement and make those changes. So for me, I qualified in 2017. I was a community midwife. I did that for a year. As part of my rotation, I came into the hospital, did my rotation in the hospital, and then funnily enough, when I did my degree, my passion was, and I did this as an elective module, was to do maternal critical care, because I just love that fast pace, that kind of like making sure that women were safe in labour and postnatally. But after being in the community as a qualified, my mind changed, and I was exposed more and more to the need and the support that was required, I suppose, antenatally, getting people ready and prepared, and then that being put into practice postnatally. And I found that was a key part of the role of me joining what was called the Poppy team, which is a team of midwives that support those that have complex social needs. I worked with them for about 2 or 3 years and I loved it, and I was the champion for mental health in the team, and it just really continued to ignite that fire around the role, around what I wanted to do and bring to the Royal Berkshire. We didn't have a specific mental health midwife role here. It was supported by the consultant midwives. And so we'd had a discussion about implementing the role, and the opportunity for an advanced midwife practitioner came up. And we talked about how that might look, where it would relate to mental health, because we think about advanced midwife practitioners and we think, they're just going to be someone that's going to work in, maternity day assessment, triage, or on the wards, or something really kind of high risk and fast paced. But actually, for me, the role, it it seemed really organic because of what the work that I did in the joint mental health clinic already, with the consultant assessing them for their own physical health, their pregnancy, but also in terms of their mental health, how I could do that in a clinic, and, you know, prescribing, you know, adjusting medications, creating mental health birth plans, linking them in with the right services, just your kind of one-stop shop. It just made sense to have that advanced practice role, and also educating other members, because even though it is a clinical role, it's just one portion. There are 3 other pillars that we look at, so it just felt like a natural progression. I didn't ever want to stop doing clinical work. When you think about advanced practitioner roles, you have to kind of think about how you're going to make change. You can make a difference. It's about making change and support. It's not just about that clinical role. So yeah, I'm really excited for it.